Hello students, today we will discuss more about the combination of cells and the different sources of EMF. Let us start our discussion about sources of EMF. EMF, the full name of EMF is electromotive force. And if we define the electromotive force of any cell, then the electromotive force is the maximum potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell when no current is drawn from the cell. Now, if we compare the EMF, that is electromotive force, and potential difference of any cell, then we find that EMF is the maximum potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell when no current is drawn from the cell, that is when the circuit is open. But potential difference is the difference of potentials between any 2 points in a closed circuit. Okay, that is circuit is closed in this case. Now the second difference is it is in EMF, it is independent of the resistance of circuit, because there is no connection of the resistance. It means circuit is open, so there is no connection of the resistance externally, that is it is independent of the resistance of the circuit. And in potential difference, it is proportional to the resistance between the given points. Now if you compare the EMF and PD, then third comparison is the term EMF is used only for the source of EMF, and the term potential difference is used for measured between any 2 points of the circuit, that is measured of the potential between any 2 points of the circuit. It means potential difference can be measured across any resistor also, but EMF cannot be possessed by any resistor. If any current flowing through any resistor, then resistor can produce some, resistor can drop any potential difference across itself, but there is no EMF produced through the resistor. Okay, now the fourth comparison is EMF is greater than the potential difference between any 2 points in a circuit. However, potential difference is greater than EMF when the cell is being charged. Okay, these are the basic comparison between the EMF of any cell and potential difference. Now come to the next topic, the internal resistance of a cell. What is internal resistance of a cell? The opposition offered by the electrolyte of the cell to the flow of electric current through it is called the internal resistance of the cell. I repeat that the opposition offered by an electrolyte of the cell to flow the electric current through it is called the internal resistance of the cell. Now, what factors affecting the internal resistance of a cell? Then the first factor is, if the larger the separation between the electrodes of the cell, it means there is a large distance between the large separation distance between the electrodes, then more the length of the and also more the length of the electrolyte through which current has to flow, and consequently a higher value of internal resistance. Second factor is, greater the conductivity of electrolyte, then lesser is the internal resistance of the cell. It means if conductivity of the electrolyte used making for the cell is highly conductivity, contains high conductive property, then the internal resistance made by the help of those type of electrolyte will be smaller. And so we can say that internal resistance depend on the nature of the electrolyte. Now third factor is, the internal resistance of cell is inversely proportional to the common area of the electrodes dipping in the electrolyte. Okay, if more amount of the area dipping in the electrolyte, then the the value of the internal resistance of the cell will be smaller. But if the small area is dipped inside the electrolyte, then the resistance offered by the cell will be larger. Okay, now so if we discuss more about this, then we can find that when we want to minimize the internal resistance of a given cell, then we have to place two different electrodes nearby and also more dipped inside the, it means more surface area of the electrodes dips inside the cell, then this makes the lesser internal resistance of the cell. Now the fourth factor is depends as the internal resistance of a cell depends on the nature of the electrodes. It means the nature of the electrodes, which material form the electrodes, which materials you take to form the electrode, that is copper, aluminum. We know that different types of conductivity and resistivity offered by the different electrodes. So if we take a high conductive metal for the electrodes, then it offers a small resistance, but we offer a smaller conducting element for the electrode, then it offers a higher internal resistance. Now if we derive an expression for the current flowing through any cell or current driven from any cell through an external resistance, then it can be easily derived as we know that the electromotive force, that is EMF of any cell, can be defined as the potential drop in the outer resistor plus the potential drop in the cell. So if the resistance, internal resistance of the cell is small r and the external resistance connected by the cell is capital R, then we can write it as capital V equal to IR, and the small v, that the potential drop inside the cell, that is I into small r. So EMF of any cell can be described as V plus small v, that is IR plus small I is small r into I. So if we take I outside from both term, then we find out equal to I into r plus small r. So from here we can easily get what will be the value of I. I is equal to E upon r plus small r. This is called circuit equation. Okay, and with the help of this we can easily find out if we connect any resistance to any cell externally, then what value of the current passing through that resistor, or what current provided by the resistor if we connect an external resistance R to any cell in series. Okay, now if we derive another formula for the internal resistance of any cell, then from here we can easily find out, as we know that E can be defined as capital V plus small v. So from here we can write it as capital V plus I into small r. So from here I into small r equal to E minus V. If we divide by IR, that is V, both sides, then IR by IR, and here E minus V by V. So here in left side I divided by I will be cancel each other, and from here R by small r equal to E minus V by V. So from here R equal to E minus V by V whole of R. That can be written as if we divide both term E and V by V, then we get R equal to E by V minus 1 whole into R. This is the simple formula which can be helps to solve or find out the internal resistance of any given cell whose EMF and working potential or terminal potential is given, and when any resistance is connected to externally through the cell. Now if we talk about the determination of internal resistance of any cell by voltmeter method, then here is a two different circuit, and which can help us to find out the determination of internal resistance of a cell by voltmeter method. So first circuit is open circuit and second is as working as closed circuit, and when circuit is open, then there is no current is drawn from the cell, and when circuit is closed, then there is a current drawn through the external resistor. Now EMF is measured and potential difference V is measured. If circuit is open, then EMF of any cell is measured, and if the circuit is closed, then potential difference of any cell can be measured, or potential difference provided by the circuit can be measured, by the cell is measured. So with the help of this, we can easily guess what will be the value of the internal resistance of a given cell. Now what is the combination of cell, or what is the formula when different types of cell can be combined, first in series and then after in parallel? So we have two different methods to combine the different cells. First method is combination of cell in series. So cells are connected in series when they are joined end to end, so that the same quantity of electricity must flow through each cell. Note that the EMF of the battery is sum of the individual EMFs. Okay, the current in each cell is the same and is identically with the current in the entire arrangement, because there is only one way by which current can flow. So all the cells are connected in series, so current flowing through each cell will be same and identical with the current in the entire arrangement. Okay, now third case is the total internal resistance of the battery is the sum of the individual resistance, because they are connected in series. So the total resistance of that is total internal resistance of the combination of cell can be calculated by the formula R equivalent, small r equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, where R1, R2, R3 are the internal resistances of the given cell. Okay, so if there are n cells of equal EMF and equal internal resistance are connected in series, then the total EMF of the battery will be n times of E, and the total internal resistance of the battery will be n into small r, where r is the internal resistance of a cell. Total resistance of the circuit will be nr plus capital R. Capital R is the resistor connected externally to the series combination of the cell. So from here, if we find out what will be the value of the current flowing through the external resistor I, then from above discussion we can find out I equal to Ne, that is the total potential provided by the battery divided by total resistance, or it means internal resistance, and the external, that is Nr plus R. Okay, from here we can discuss different cases such that if R is much lesser than Nr, it means the external resistor connected to the cell is very small in comparison to the combination of the internal resistances of the cell. Then in this case the value of the current I becomes E by R. It means EMF of any cell divided by internal resistance of any particular cell. And is the second case, if N R is much lesser than R, it means R is much greater than NR, then the current flowing through the circuit will be I equal to N times of E by capital R. So here is an conclusion from the above discussion, that when internal resistances is negligible in comparison to the external resistance, then the cells are connected in series to get maximum current. Okay, so now let us discuss the cells in parallel combination. So cells in parallel combination, cells are said to be connected in parallel when they are joined positive to positive and negative to negative, such that current is divided between the cells. If you are seeing the figure, then you find that all the positive terminals of the cell is connected to same point, and all the negative terminals and some internal resistance produced by the cell is also mentioned in the each figure. So all the negative terminal is connected to any other same point, and all these two terminals are externally connected to a external resistance capital R. So here the important noting point is, first, the EMF of the battery is the same as that of a single cell. okay, because all the cell is connected parallel to each other, so the EMF of the battery will be same. If EMF of any battery is larger, then when current is flowing through the circuit, then R drops such potential that the EMF or what terminal potential of each battery will be same. But in this calculation, we assume that the EMF of the battery is the same as that of single cell, and the current in the external circuit is divided equally among the cells. And the third one, the reciprocal of the total internal resistance is the sum of the reciprocals of individual resistance, individual internal resistance, because all the internal resistance of each cell is connected parallel to each other, so the net internal resistance of the circuit can be defined as the reciprocal of the equivalent will be equal to the sum of the reciprocal of individual resistances or internal resistances of each cell. Okay, now if we make a mathematical calculation for at here, then we find out total EMF of the battery is E and total internal resistance of the battery is R by N, because the resistance possessed by one cell is small r, then by N cell becomes R by N, and the total resistance of the circuit is R by N plus capital R. So the current will be equal to here, if we find out total potential E divided by R by N plus R, so after solving it we find out I equal to NE divided by NR plus small r. So from here, if we take R much lesser than R by N, then we find out I is N times of E by R, and if we take R by N is much lesser than R, then we find out that I is equal to E by R. So here a conclusion can get by you that when external resistance is negligible in comparison to the internal resistance, then the cells are connected in parallel to get maximum current. Okay, this is the parallel combination of the cell. So this is all about the combination of cells and the comparison of cell and EMF. Tomorrow we will discuss the second part of electric current or current electricity. So till now, okay, thank you.